I do want to shoot women, and I think I want to shoot boobs. And I'm like, I've had a rough time in my life loving my body and loving my breasts. And I thought that would be something really cool. I think that breasts are really beautiful. I think that women are beautiful. And I think that there's a story behind a lot of women.
Hey everyone, it's Helena Morgan, and today on Kaleidoscope Stories, we're going to sit down with YVONNE Stanley. YVONNE is a multi-talented creative and entrepreneur, and she's going to talk to us about herself and about the Boob book, which is how we met.
This is YVONNE Stanley, and you're watching Kaleidoscope Stories.
So tell us about who you are.
I'm an artist, and that's a new title. And it's something that I really like because I've been an artist my whole life. And now I'm really embracing it because I never really understood where I fit in life. Even though everybody told me I was a creative, I didn't have a set place to actually feel like I was officially an artist. So yeah, I'm a photographer, I'm an entrepreneur, and I like that word now because entrepreneur is somebody who takes risks in business. And I am a lover in all senses of the word.
That's so romantic.
Yeah.
We met because Sama introduced us for the Boob book. So how did the Boob book come about?
So the Boob book is a photo series. It's a collection of 100 images of diverse women. No two breasts are the same. It's topless women and their stories. I started filming women, documenting them on video and getting their story, and then doing a photo shoot for them to create a photojournalism series that basically will show the diversity that exists of breasts because I don't see myself represented. And then to hear the stories that come with the body.
Yeah. So what was the creative process behind the Boob book? Because it's such like a touchy subject to ask women to be a part of something so intimate. How was that?
The creative process began with understanding myself and what I'm comfortable with. And I was terrified through the whole process of thinking, well, if I ask other women, I'm going to have to do it too. It was overwhelming, the response that I got. Yeah. The first time that I sent out information, I got 70 women that signed up. So no, it was actually incredibly easy to get people to sign up, but it's the people that aren't easy to sign up that I want in the book. And it's hard for me because I'm also trained to think that, oh, well, petite and firm and all those things are beautiful. And what am I going to do with a thicker body or a more cellulite body and stuff like that? So I have to get myself out of that thinking and realize that every body is beautiful. Yeah. Now, how do I show that as art? So it has been a bit of a struggle for me. To
get
transition,
out of the male gaze.
To get out of my training.
Yeah. Do you feel personally confident about your body? Like, because it's a creative process, but it's also a very personal one. So, like, how do you feel now?
About my body?
Yeah.
I look at myself naked in the mirror almost every single day.
Yeah.
And I adjust my boobs. I do the same thing that everybody does. I think a lot of people do.
It's like that whole area.
Yeah. Right? Like, oh man, my body's banging sometimes, and sometimes it's just not where I want it to be. Yeah.
You shared a very, very, very intimate story with me to kind of prep me for the Boob book. Do you feel like you want to share about that and how that's like even was difficult but still a thing?
To go back to my spirituality, I had a spiritual awakening that was brought on by a semi-traumatic experience. And I find that a lot of those experiences catapult me into understanding and further happiness once I've emotionally pushed past it. And I had another one of those experiences which kind of set me up for success for the Boob book because it gave me understanding that I needed to deal with for my project and the women that I'm going to be talking with. So I ended up being set up by a friend while I was away on vacation with her, and she her and two other people set me up to be sexually assaulted without my knowledge, and then recorded and then blackmailed and drugged. Right, forgot that one. So it was a new experience for me, obviously. I didn't know how to understand it. Didn't know what to do about it. But I had an amazing best friend by my side through the entire process. She was the only person that knew about it, because I was being blackmailed. I had to be very quiet and be normal while I was attending events for this girl that I didn't know had set me up. So throughout an 8-month process, I was a part of this girl's life, even after she had set me up and drugged me and did these things. And it was very traumatic. I didn't know who I could trust, and I had to act like everything was okay, even attending events and stuff. And I had to meditate through the entire process. I started to go inside and try to understand what was happening and what was the purpose of it. Why did I have to experience this horrible situation? And I transformed my belief, my thought system in 8 months' time through very hard times of being alone and meditating and, hearing all this news coming. They call this like 4 a.m. in the morning with encrypted voices and stuff like that. Like it was traumatic. It was extremely traumatic. Yeah. And, but I pushed past it, and then I used that for the boob book. I've moved from a complete state of fear, because that's really what it was. It was complete fear, to love.
So in terms of other activists and other positive initiatives, how do you get involved?
So for me, it's really just about reaching out to anybody and just letting them know, any organization that's doing something similar, and just let them know that, that I'm about collaboration, and that it's important to get out there and help each other in any way that we can. And recently I was asked to, come and talk on a panel for a bra company. It's called Anesi, and they had their launch to show their product. They had their first sample in to try, and it was really cool. And it was just really nice. Like, you never know what can happen when you reach out to different people. I think that Toronto is actually really underrated. I think that there's unlimited experiences to be had. It's so diverse with everything, and there's so many options.
And do you feel like it's the best city for you to thrive?
Absolutely. I've traveled a lot recently, and mainly around the States. And you just realize just how blessed you are. Like, I think that we take a lot for granted living in Toronto. It almost brings me to tears now thinking about how lucky I am that my grandparents decided to move here from Jamaica and and build a family and set roots in the ground, because I don't think there's any other place in the world that I would rather live in permanently.
Yeah. And how does your cultural background impact your life and your work?
My cultural background affects every part of my life and my work. I love my culture so much. I sat down with my family one day and I'm like, let's talk race, let's talk culture. And I literally wrote out every single question I've ever been asked, and typical questions facing a light-skinned woman. And I came up with a brilliant documentary idea, and then Light Skin came out by Oprah. I think it was called Light Skin.
Oh.
And then Dark Skin. I think there were 2 different documentaries that came out, and I was so upset with the execution. But I am going to be bringing it back up as my second project, but not in the way that I originally was going to present it. I'm going to do something similar to the boob book.
Yeah. What's the next step for you? Like, what's coming? I know that you wanted to travel even more for the boob book. So is that...
I have a lot of plans on the table. Sky's the limit for me right now. I want to, long term, I want to make the world a better place. I want to see physical and emotional change. I want to travel the world. I want to work in the grassroots of communities to understand and to listen and to understand what's going on with women around the world and try to facilitate change. So with that, I'm planning on a tour, an international tour, to go to multiple countries, and I have ambassadors around the world to help work with me to really reach their community. So instead of just a stranger coming in and I don't know the place, I don't know who's involved, I don't know who to reach out to, I already have people there that know those people and that can facilitate a relationship so we can start creating real change.
So Yvonne, thank you so much for sharing your story and being real, and for being on set with us.
Pleasure.
Yeah. How has it been for you?
I think it's been amazing, and I'm just really excited whenever I get to have real, authentic conversations.
Yeah. Thanks for being a part of the Kaleidoscope Stories adventure.
I'm so excited to be a part of it. I'm really happy, and I'm excited to see who else is on it.
Oh, that's gonna be the best.
You got a good lineup.
Yeah. No, you're a part of a really, really cool lineup.
Oh,
and like super international.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it's a wrap, and thank you so much for watching.
Bye.